Look into my eyes. They are pretty. Don't you think so? I do. Well, anyways, here we are, another, I guess, going to be more of an entry slash rant, rather. Um, I'm just going to, one of the biggest things for me is very difficult is to take my lunch into work or bring my own lunch. It's just not as easily conducive as I'd like for it to be. There's just already so many people filling up the fridge. It's kind of hard for me to bring my own bag in there, and unless I get nothing but eat nothing but carbs and foods that have already been refined. But when you're trying to eat like raw vegetables and salads and soups and stuff, it makes it a little bit more difficult. So I may have to get a little creative. The biggest thing that I've had a problem with is that I've discovered some very shocking facts. One, that the world is full of diabetes. Yes. One thing for me, I'm pre-diabetic, which I'm sure I've probably been on the borderline crossing over back and forth of becoming diabetic. Pardon me. Sinus and allergies has also been part of my health issues over the last several months. It's a little hard to explain, but it's just one of those things I've had to suffer through. But back on topic, the diabetes. Sugar is everywhere in everything. And I'm trying to find ways to cut back on sugar. So I gave myself a couple of experiments. I did some research here this week. Now, of course, it's full of carbs, but when you're eating like fried chicken, or wake up and go to the big yellow M place, and you just really want your good, hot, fresh biscuit. What are some of the things you put on a biscuit? Well, butter. Well, we already know that's fat, but depends on your diet. It's okay. It's okay. In moderation, it's okay. But what they give you is not butter. Anyways, or outside of butter, you might put jelly. Yeah, I like jelly. You like jelly? I love jelly. But we already know jelly is sugar. Gelatin. Yeah, sugar and gelatin and food coloring. There you go. And a squirt of flavoring. That noise you hear in the background, that's my cat playing with paper. Anyways, so my biggest surprise is I wanted to be healthy. So what is another option besides butter and jelly? Honey. Ooh. Hey, I worked at a famous fried chicken place growing up. I did my second job. I mean, nothing better than a hot, fresh biscuit, a little bit of butter, a little bit of honey. Oh my gosh. That right there is worthy of itself. Well, honey. How many ingredients come in honey? I guess one, right? Just one. Honey. One. Singular. Not plural in this case. Just a packet of honey. So, I went to Famous Fried Chicken the other day, and had a leftover packet of honey. I was looking at it. I read it. What caught my attention is that honey sauce. Not honey, honey sauce. What could honey sauce be? Well, so when you read the ingredients, the most ingredient comes first. Like if you go get kind of like flavored water, it's going to say water, then the food coloring, then the flavoring or whatever. Whichever has the most amount of ingredients comes first, the predominant one. So the biggest amount of ingredients, the biggest portion, honey sauce. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? High fructose corn syrup. Not honey? Okay. Ingredient number 2, sugar. So high fructose corn syrup, fructose, that's a sugar. So you got sugar and then you're adding sugar. 2 sugars. Honey is the third ingredient. Honey sauce. Honey is the first word of the whole thing, and yet it's the third ingredient. Gosh, can this get any worse? Oh no! That wasn't enough. How about corn syrup for the fourth one? Honey's already got sugar. So we're talking about 4 types of sugar. Why? It's honey. So that's 4. Now count them, 4 types of sugar. So, then you got natural flavor. So honey wasn't flavor enough. You have to add flavor on top of that and caramel color. Seriously? Oh, that's not all. Well, I'm from the South. I'm from Tennessee. I've got all kinds of. I got a couple of stories about sweet tea. It's a staple. I mean, seriously, how bad can you be to mess up sweet tea? When you gag on the sugar and you don't know what else is in there because there's so much sugar in it, you have missed the boat. I wanted to, let's see here. I don't want to offend them because they're guilty and I'm sure they're going to ignore everything I say. But something about dairy royalty. So I went to dairy royalty and, well, I ordered a large sweet tea. That shouldn't be a problem, right? I'm gagging on it. I mean, it looked like tea. It didn't even smell like tea. I don't even know what I was drinking at that point. If you're, I mean, seriously, let's call it what it is. It was a cup of diabetes. I'm sorry, I couldn't even finish it. I was gagging. I couldn't even taste anything else. In fact, I ate the food to wash down what I was drinking. When you drink, it's the other way around. You wash it down, not drink to get the taste out of your mouth and gagging from sugar. Good gosh. So yeah, I'm not. So watch out when you go to some of the, the famous fried chicken and dairy royalty, because there's all kinds of hidden things. Now, however, I'm not as mad at famous fried chicken as I am with dairy royalty because that's kind of happened at more than one location, uh, where I think they just like dump sugar in and then maybe to put. I think it's sugar with tea flavoring. I'm thinking that's what it is. Um, but famous fried chicken, think about them. You're gonna find that everywhere. You're gonna find that in more places that do have honey or ketchup with just so much sugar in, it anyways. So you gotta watch out for these little things. There's so many things you gotta watch out for that even if you're having a bad day, something small could tip the scale. I mean, dramatically. So I also made another change. I kind of watching carbs, which carbs kind of come from the sugar as well. So I went to once again Yellow M, and yeah, the big Yellow M, um, and so I changed up my breakfast item. Instead of getting the biscuit, I got the English muffin. And when I would check the nutritional value, oh my gosh, no wonder I'm not losing anything right now. No wonder I could easily skyrocket back. You know how many? Depends on which macro and calculator you look at. I can either sniff bread, and I'm over for the next 3 years on my calories or carbs, or I can have like a sandwich or a biscuit, and I don't eat no carbs for the rest of the day. That's according to the calculator. So it's very, very strict what you should have. I did a load of BS to me. However, looking at my current status, I think I've got a few carbs I can use to lose. So I'm not gonna. That's another topic. But it was just amazing. Even how I made that one change, it actually did help out a lot. But you could actually trade off less carbs and get something that has more sodium. And that's even just as bad. So basically, all this is just a rant to say it's getting harder and harder to actually eat out anywhere. And I was like, I don't see how some people say thin as can be. So basically, if anybody eats out every day and is thin, they're blessed with a special metabolism. Every body is different. So I guess that's kind of backs up my claim that I don't want to find the perfect diet or the fad diet or what's cool this month. Um, I need to find ways that things that actually work for me. It's going to be a challenge. It's going to be a change, and it's not going to happen overnight. It may be going from sweet tea to unsweet tea, or sweet to half and half and then unsweet, or not even any of that altogether, or finding other ways to eat out or save food. Um, Save food and eat it later. So I know there's just kind of all over the place. I know I was really ranting going off on just the. Oh, and then let's also do this. When you go to the food aisle, what's the one aisle that kids love? You're going to say cereal. No, that's called the diabetes aisle. Because don't get me wrong, I can down me a box of cereal. Especially the older. It seems like the older I got, the smaller and smaller the boxes got. So I don't feel bad anymore when I spend $5 on a box of cereal and eat it in one sitting. Hey, that's like a dinner in one sitting at a restaurant. But it's sugar. Too much sugar. Sugar is everywhere. So I might be watching the documentary called Fed Up once again, which is really going against the obesity epidemic and really kind of going off on sugars. So I might watch that again. There is some more. documentaries that I would like to rewatch, just to kind of connect to, and even give a review as a part of this. So, oh crap, it's just like a 10-minute rant blog thing here. So, anyways, that's it for now, guys. That's just kind of where I'm at. I haven't checked the scale. I'm kind of scared too. I might wait until this weekend because I got something special on Monday. So I'm gonna have to. Well, we'll see. It's an annual celebration, but after that, I'll have to kind of get back serious on the dietary function. So maybe I'll have a few good days leading up to it, and then pig out on Monday, which is Labor Day. But that's something very special. So, anyways, guys, thanks for listening in. Thanks for sticking around for almost 11 minutes. So, yeah, that's where we're at. I'm not done. I'm just getting started. Keep watching. Keep supporting. Send the prayers, the good vibes. And those of you who've left the comments, thank you. They've actually been tremendously helpful. Just knowing that people are actually watching and even enough to leave me a comment. Like I said, I'm not used to any of that. I'm usually used to people saying they'll watch it, never do, or never comment on any of it. So I'd never know. So it actually is helping me keep going, guys. Thanks. Take care.